Welcome to Mark D. Maker. My name is Mark Taylor, and today we'll be carving a Christmas pickle. Well, you can see here I have a 1 by 1 by 4 inches long piece of basswood, and we'll trim it down to 2 3/4 inch. Now, I believe these are sold as pen blanks, or I got I got mine in a bulk package on Amazon or eBay. This is called a bird cage awl. It's four-sided, it's sharp, conical shaped. You put it in, give it a twist, and it will cut a hole tapered like a screw. And it makes putting a screw in extremely easy. Bird cage awls were used back in the day to actually build small little bird cages out of wood and bent twigs or reeds. So I'm just going to start rounding the corners here. The Christmas pickle is a way to bring extra tradition into your holidays. About 15 years ago, very close family friends presented us with a glass blown Christmas pickle. And every year when we put it on the tree, we think of them. So the way the Christmas pickle works is you hide it within the tree, and the first one to find it gets a little extra treat, whether it's a piece of candy or maybe they get to be the first one to open their gift on Christmas morning. So I want this pickle to have a curve to it. I want the top to be bigger and the very bottom to be smaller. So as it's hanging down and coming down, it has a curve and it's smaller at the bottom. So I'm developing the curve here. You can see. Now you can't carve uphill. You'll simply dig into the grain of the wood and it'll split. So when you're cutting the curve, just remember you're just to constantly cut downhill, otherwise you'll dig in and it'll split. I picked this project because it's such an easy project, and I'm recovering from pneumonia. So a little bit of a weakened state here, but this project only took me 2 30-minute sessions, including painting. So this is a really easy project. Very enjoyable, almost therapeutic, enjoyable. Now here I'm cutting across the end grain. The end grain can be pretty tough to carve, and this one is pretty tough to carve. So you can see I'm pulling the knife. It's almost like a skewed cut there. Having a nice sharp knife really helps. Alright, so here we're going to start really tapering down the bottom to make it smaller and to redefine that curve and to smooth out all of the cut lines. So this is a pivot cut. This is my favorite cut. It's just a more powerful cut. The other one would be a paring cut, and while you're pulling the knife more towards you. Um, but I just have more power and control on that pivot cut. This is the pear cut, that's, and that's the pivot cut. Now here I'm taking very shallow paring cut to smooth out the cut lines. Here I'm joining the lines for the impressions that will be in the pickle. They have these growth lines that are little indents. And so we'll draw those in, and then I'm just going to use this X-Acto style knife and cut those out. And then I'll come back and smooth out those lines so it's not such a, not a 45-degree angle. It's more of a smooth groove. So I actually gave the pickle a very light sanding just to kind of take off some of the hard edges. I don't usually sand like a folk carving like this. But I like it a little better, just a very light sanding just to soften the edges. And I got a paint stick here. It's just a dowel with a nail glued into it. And we'll get started painting. You see I have all kinds of greens on here. First, very watered down green. And it looks like a pretty good color for it. It's actually Christmas green. Very suiting for Christmas pickle. And we will mix different kinds of greens and try to get a variety because as I was doing some reference work studying, well, there's a lot of different colors of greens in pickles. So we'll finish up the pickle with some little dark green spots, and we're all done. We're ready to put the hook on and hang that baby. This is a great project for the beginner or the more advanced. It is a joy to do, and go ahead and start a new tradition. hang that pickle in that tree. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.